Hey scholars, Miss Coil here. Happy Tuesday. I hope you are having a terrific Tuesday so far. I'm really excited today, so let's get right into today's date. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. You guys are doing an awesome job remembering to follow along with my finger and say today's date. Today we're going to start out with a super special poem from our friends Jasmine and Elizabeth. So I'm going to put the poem on the screen right now. Roses are red, violets are blue. My sister and I have a few onomatopoeia words to do for you. Ring, sing, clap, snap, now that's a wrap. Whoa, Jasmine and Elizabeth, that was so cool. I love how you showed a lot of courage and came up with a poem all on your own, and you even included onomatopoeia. Wow, just know that Miss Coil is so proud of you, and I shared your poem with all the other teachers and even Dr. Zamora, and we could not be more proud of you girls. So keep up the hard work. And scholars, I can't wait to see who I get to feature in tomorrow's video. It's gonna be me. Yeah, I cannot wait to see who can show courage and send in some of their own work so we can celebrate you too. Let's get into our lesson for today. So as I told you yesterday, I gave you a little sneak peek of some information on this book. As I told you yesterday, scholars, this is actually a book that you read in 2nd grade too. Can you believe that? Your brains are growing so big and so smart that we are going to be reading a book that 2nd graders read. So I cannot wait to show you this book today. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't know. Are you sure you're ready? Okay, I'll show you. The book we're going to read today is titled A Bad Case of Stripes. Oh my goodness, look at her, scholars. Oh my goodness, I'm really excited to find out. Based on the front cover, I'm already hooked as a reader, and I want to know what's going to happen in this story. We know that we read to grow our brains, but we also read for entertainment and to hear a really cool story. I know that this is a fiction story, and fiction is, get ready, go. Fiction is make-believe stories. Yeah, and I love reading books that really make me think, that really make me have fun, that really make me excited about the story and what I'm going to be reading about for the day. So I hope you get so excited to read this book today. Again, it's one of my favorites. And again, just like yesterday, we're going to be focusing on story elements. So since it is Tuesday, I'll still help out a little bit with our story elements for today, but I know a lot of you are already professionals. You don't gotta tell me twice. I already know a lot of you are professionals and don't need my help. So if you wanna say it along with me, go ahead, but we will review them together and then get right into our book for today. Again, just so excited. So let's go ahead and start. S-N-T, take place, get ready, go. S-N-T, take place in the beginning. O-N-R, take place in the middle. Y takes place at the end. S stands for, yes, S stands for setting. Setting is, get ready, go. Setting is where and when the story takes place. Whoa, you guys are loud and proud today. Bringing that energy. Keep it up. Sending you all the love. T stands for talking characters. Characters are, get ready, go. Characters are the people, animals, or things acting in a story. Good. O stands for oops, there's a problem. Problem is, get ready, go. Problem is something that the character wants or needs, but they cannot have. R stands for attempts to resolve. Remember we talked about this special cheer yesterday? I can't wait to see if you can do it better than me today. Attempts to resolve are how the character tries to solve the problem. How the character tries to solve the problem. So what they do to try to fix it, try to solve that problem. They don't work. Next up we have Y. Y stands for yes, there's a solution. Solution is, ready, go. Solution is how the problem is solved. Nice work, scholars. You always impress me more and more every day. I don't know how you do it. But I like it. So we just reviewed all of our story elements. And finally, we have 2 more that we've been working on this week. Character actions, get ready, go. Character actions are what the character does. Good, and the last one, retell. Readers, are you ready? Go. Readers, retell the story. Tell it again and again. Tell the events in order, beginning, middle, end. Woo, let's get started. When I snap my fingers, I'm gonna have the book appear on the screen, so cool. And we're gonna read the title together. Ready? Read the title with me. A Bad Case of Stripes. by David Shannon. Whoa, I can already see so many crazy things on the front cover. I see her body covered in colorful stripes. I see her with a thermometer in her mouth, like they take her temperature when you're not feeling too good. And I see that her face, just like in Kitten's full moon, when Kitten's eyebrows were kind of raised with a sad face, it helped me understand that they were really not feeling good. I'm really sad. So I wonder what this story is going to be all about. As a good reader, we're all going to follow along. So if you need to point with your finger on the screen the words as we're reading, that's okay. If you're working on sitting in star while you watch and following along with your laser pointer eyes, that's okay too. But I cannot wait to see who's following along and who's able to answer my questions as we read. Let's go ahead and open our book and we'll get started. Whoa, A Bad Case of Stripes by David Shannon. Can you find that big C that's in a lima bean? That big C so we know we can start reading? Good. Camilla is her name. Let's start reading. Camilla Cream loved lima beans, but she never ate them. All of her friends hated lima beans, and she wanted to fit in. Camilla was always worried about what other people thought of her. Today, she was fretting even more than usual. It was the first day of school, and she couldn't decide what to wear. There were so many people to impress. She tried on 42 outfits. Whoa, scholars, that's a lot of outfits before the first day of school. Let's get back in the story. But none seemed quite right. She put on a pretty red dress and looked in the mirror. Then she screamed! Oh, did I scare you? Silly Miss Coil. She screamed. Okay, we're already getting so much information in this story, and I'm already really excited to find out what happens next. But I'm thinking about our story elements, and I know we're at the beginning of the story. So where is our setting right now? Where is our setting? What's our where and when? What are you thinking? Yeah, I see in the picture too, it looks like she's in her closet. So let's go ahead and say our setting right now is at Camilla's house, because I know her closet's going to be at her house. So let's put at Camilla's house. And scholars, there was some really good information about our when. And this when is always one of the most exciting days for me. And I know for this when, for Camilla, she's feeling a little bit worried because there's a lot of people that she's going to see. And she really cares about what people think about her. And she really wants to fit in. What is our when? I'm going to put some options on the screen right now. Okay, what special day is it? Well, I know it's not Halloween. It can't be Halloween. I didn't see any text information for that, text evidence for that. Yeah, sorry, it's the first day of school. Remember in the text it said it was the first day of school. That tells me the when. Okay, so it's the first day of school. So scholars, why did Camilla try on 42 outfits? I'm gonna put the number 42 right here so we can remember. That's a big number. Why did she try on 42 outfits? Yeah, I'm already thinking about her character motivation too. She wants to impress people. She wants to look good for school. Nice job, let's keep reading. Remember when we left off, she screamed? So let's find out why she screamed. Her mother ran into the room. Did you find her? Yeah, let's read that again. Her mother ran into the room, and she screamed too. Oh my heavens, she cried. You're completely covered with stripes. This was certainly true. Camilla was striped from head to toe. She looked like a rainbow. Mrs. Cream felt Camilla's forehead. Do you feel all right? She asked. I feel fine, Camilla answered. But just look at me. You get back in bed this instant, her mother ordered. You're not going to school today. Camilla was relieved. Whew. She didn't want to miss the first day of school, but she was afraid of what the other kids would say. And she had no idea what to wear with those crazy stripes. That afternoon, Dr. Bumble came to examine Camilla. "Most extraordinary," he exclaimed. "I've never seen anything like it. Are you having any coughing, sneezing, runny nose, aches, pains, chills, hot flashes, dizziness, drowsiness, shortness of breath, or uncontrollable twitching?" "No," Camilla told him. "I feel fine." "Well then," Dr. Bumble said, turning to Mrs. Cream, "I don't see any reason why she shouldn't go to school tomorrow. Here's some ointment that should help clear up those stripes in a few days. If it doesn't, you know where to reach me." And off he went. Wow, I am hooked in this story and I cannot wait to keep reading. But we're still in the beginning of our story and I know I'm thinking about S and T. I already talked about the setting a little bit and you guys helped me remember that it's at Camilla's house and it's on the first day of school. So I'm looking back in the text and it said it was the first day of school. And then it said that a problem was happening and Camilla and her mom are screaming out of worry and fear. What was the problem? Yeah, nice work, scholars. What Camilla wants or needs is she wants to go to the first day of school and impress people. She wants to look good for school. But the problem is she woke up with stripes all over her. She looks like the rainbow. And she's feeling really worried and nervous. Why is she so worried? I know in the text on page 4, it said that the doctor feels like she should go to school tomorrow. Why would Camilla be nervous to do that? Why would Camilla be nervous to do that? Why would she not want to go to school with stripes covering her body? Yeah, scholars, we already know from the text. We read in the text on the very first page that she really wants to fit in. Do you remember reading that? She cares about what people think of her. And I also remember that she tried on 42 outfits because she wants to look good. I know that if she's covered in stripes, she's gonna be feeling really self-conscious. I know those stripes make her feel self-conscious, and I know she doesn't want the other kids to make fun of her or pick on her or tease her for being covered in stripes. So that's a problem. So I'm also noticing some characters that we've met so far. We've met Camilla, of course. Who else have we met? Yeah, Mrs. Cream is Camilla's mom. And who else? Yeah, Dr. Bumble. And I'm thinking that, and I read in the text on page 4, Dr. Bumble gave Camilla and her mom something to try to fix the stripes. What was it that he gave them? I stopped looking back in the text. Yeah, he gave them an ointment, so like a cream that they could put on the stripes, and he told them that should help clear up those stripes in a few days. If it doesn't, you know where to reach me. Let's keep reading. The next day was a disaster. Everyone at school laughed at Camilla. They called her Camilla Crayon and Knight of the Living Lollipop. She tried her best to act as if everything were normal, but when the class said the Pledge of Allegiance, her stripes turned red, white, and blue, and she broke out in stars. The other kids thought this was great. One yelled out, "Let's see some purple polka dots." Sure enough, Camilla turned all purple polka dotty. Someone else shouted, "Checkerboard!" and a pattern of squares covered her skin. Soon, everyone was calling out different shapes and colors, and poor Camilla was changing faster than you can change channels on a TV. Oh, man, I would describe those scholars as being really mean. They're being really mean, and they are not doing what Vista College Prep scholars do, where we stick up for people. They're being really mean to Camilla, and that's a bummer. And I'm sure it's not making Camilla feel very happy or very sure of herself. I'm sure it's making her feel worse. I noticed that we've had a change of setting. Where are we now? Yeah, now we're at school. So I'm gonna make sure I keep track of that setting for S in my brain. We're now at school during the school day. Let's keep reading. So I noticed that first attempt to resolve, the cream, it didn't work. And she's still not only covered in different colors, but now she's becoming what other people say. Like when she said the Pledge of Allegiance and broke out into the American flag. Like when someone called her purple polka dots and she turned all purple polka dotty. Or when they said she was checkerboard and she became covered in checkers, like a checkerboard. I wonder what they're going to do next to try to solve the problem. That night, Mr. Harms, the school principal, called. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Cream. I'm going to have to ask you to keep Camilla home from school. She's just too much of a distraction. And I've been getting calls from the other parents. They're afraid those stripes may be contagious." Camilla was so embarrassed. Whoa, that's a really strong feeling. Camilla was so embarrassed. She couldn't believe that 2 days ago, everyone liked her. Now, nobody wanted to be in the same room with her. Her father tried to make her feel better. "Is there anything I can get you, sweetheart?" he asked. "No, thank you," sighed Camilla. What she really wanted was a nice plate of lima beans, but she had been laughed at enough for one day. Sorry, so what characters have we met now? Yeah, now we met the principal and we met Dad. Good job following along. Let's keep reading. Well, yes, I see. Are you changing your voice for the doctor too? Keep showing that enthusiasm. Well, yes, I see, Dr. Bumble mumbled when Mr. Cream phoned the next day. "I think I'd better bring in the specialists. We'll be right over." About an hour later, Dr. Bumble arrived with 4 people in long white coats. He introduced them to the Creams. "This is Dr. Grop, Dr. Sponge, Dr. Cricket, and Dr. Young." Then the specialists went to work on Camilla. They squeezed and jabbed and tapped and tested. It was very uncomfortable. "Well, it's not the mumps," concluded Dr. Grop. "Or the measles," said Dr. Sponge. "Definitely not chicken pox," put in Dr. Cricket. "Or sunburn," said Dr. Young. "Try these," said the specialist. They each handed her a bottle filled with different colored pills. "Take 1 of each before bed," said Dr. Grop. Then they filed out the front door, followed by Dr. Bumble. Guys, I think we keep adding to our problem that Camilla is just covered in stripes and different designs and different patterns. Do you see her in the picture? Yeah, and the doctors are trying to solve the problem. We already said how the character tries to solve the problem. We already said they tried ointment. What is the other thing they're trying now to try to solve the problem? Can you look back in the story and find your evidence? Yeah, in the text on page 12, it says they each handed her a bottle filled with different colored pills. So medicine, they're trying to give her these pills and they're hoping that it helps and it fixes the problem. That night, Camilla took her medicine. It was awful. When she woke up the next morning, she did feel different. But when she got dressed, her clothes didn't fit right. She looked in the mirror and there, staring back at her, was a giant, multicolored pill with her face on it. Oh my goodness, look at the picture, scholars. I noticed in the picture that Camilla turned into yeah, the pills made her turn into a pill. So did the pills work? Give me a thumbs up yes or a thumbs down no. No, they didn't work. All they did was turn her into a pill. Let's keep reading. Dr. Bumble rushed over as soon as Mrs. Cream called. But this time, instead of the specialists, he brought the experts. Dr. Gourd and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientific minds in the land. Once again, Camilla was poked and prodded, looked at and listened to. The experts wrote down lots of numbers. Then they huddled together and whispered. Dr. Gourd finally spoke. "It might be a virus," he announced with authority. Suddenly, fuzzy little virus balls appeared all over Camilla. "Or possibly some form of bacteria," said Mr. Mellon. Out popped squiggly little bacteria tails. "Or it could be a fungus," added Dr. Gourd. Instantly, Camilla was covered with different colored fungus blotches. The experts looked at Camilla, then at each other. "We need to go over these numbers again back at the lab," Dr. Gourd explained. "We'll call you when we know something." But the experts didn't have a clue, much less a cure. Guys, that is where we are going to stop our story today. We moved to the middle of the story, and we've already talked about S and T taking place in the beginning, O and R taking place in the middle. Tomorrow we will keep reading this story and we will find out what's going to happen. Remember I told you your job at the end was going to be to take your paper and your pencil and write down some of our story elements. Today we were able to work on S, T, O, and some of R. So what I want you to do today is I want you to start writing down the story elements that you can remember. Remember, you can always go back in the story and rewind the video and pause if you get stuck and you forgot one of the story elements. I cannot wait to see some pictures of your hard work, and I cannot wait to hear from your teachers on how much you are working on growing your brain to get ready to go into first grade. Holy moly. I will see you tomorrow for another day. Bye, guys.